hold on to your vaginas.
Get it, Megan. Get it, Megan. M3GAN 2.0. It is the new and sequel of M3GAN, directed by the same director that directed M3GAN, Gerard Johnstone. The first M3GAN, we got to meet M3GAN. Absolutely amazing character. She is so quick with the comebacks, the clapbacks. I fell in love with her smart ass mouth and her bitchiness. That being said, of course, this one, M3GAN 2.0, it doesn't know what it wants to be. So, M3GAN 2.0, and this plot is gonna be a little bit of a long one. Grab your popcorn, chill out, and here we go. So, M3GAN 2.0. It is about 2 years after M3GAN, a marvel of artificial intelligence went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage. The creator, Gemma, has become an advocate for government oversight of AI. Unbeknownst to her, a defense contractor has created a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, the ultimate infiltration spy. However, as Amelia's self-awareness increases, it becomes less interested in taking orders. Hoping to stop Amelia, Gemma decides to reconstruct M3GAN, making it faster, stronger, and more lethal. Let me break it down for you a little bit. It's basically a Robo versus Robo film. It's like basically Terminator against another Terminator. Let's just put it that way. Now, I'm not saying this movie was bad, but it wasn't to the tier that we know that M3GAN, first M3GAN was. I'm not too sure what the director was thinking about. It's an action film. Let's put it that way. An action film, a fighting film, because that's what it just spilled in the trailer as well as this movie. Here's the best part of it. This movie is categorized as a horror sci-fi, I believe. And let me put it this way. There is no horror elements whatsoever in this film. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Pauly, some sexy devil. What do you mean there's no horror elements? I mean, let's put it, there's some like maybe 1 or 2 scenes that, you know, you're kind of edge of the seat, quote unquote. And I guess for some people it might, you know, be scary and whatnot, you know, robot AI taking over the world and anything.
Alright, meat sacks. Let's get to work.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Amelia was the only one that was kind of taking the horror into what it needs to be for, I guess, this movie. But honestly, this movie is an action comedy. There's horror sprinkled, thriller sprinkled in, you know, every now and then in this movie. But all in all, this movie is an action film. Like, yes, M3GAN was absolutely amazing, but in the beginning, like the first part of this film, which by the way, this film is almost 2 hours long, and honestly I'm not too sure why it was 2 hours long. Usually horror films are not that long, because when they get that long, it honestly just loses its integrity of being scary, I guess you can say. The beginning part, the first part, it's just the aunt and niece, you know, trying to get a little more closer, and that aunt is just trying to just tell people, you know, her story, and trying to get people to stop technology, you know, stop looking at their phones. It's something that I was watching this film and I thought to myself, what am I actually watching? Because honestly, it just feels like first a drama film of emotional connection between family, I guess you can say, and also partnership and teamwork. When the actual M3GAN comes along, it's not until like the second part of the film where she is that kind of M3GAN, where she's like very strong and very like fighting wise, and the fighting scenes absolutely great, honestly. Now the new characters, honestly, some of them I could care less about, honestly, because they weren't very important. They weren't as memorable, honestly. If I say the new character that I thought was very miscast in this film, it's gonna spoil the movie. But this person acted like a robot. It's not only that, but the way that this character played their role was honestly very cringy. It lost all meaning of, well, that person is gonna be very memorable, but in a very bad way, honestly. With that being said, guys, let's do this. M3GAN 2.0. Do I recommend it? To the people that are a fan of M3GAN, yeah, I recommend it. That being said, the whole movie itself, honestly, I don't recommend this movie to the general public, honestly. Score-wise, I have to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I was very disappointed. The only thing that kind of made me laugh and feel good and have a good time was actual M3GAN, because she was very sassy with her way of how she says things and her bitchiness and just her smart ass mouth. That is what M3GAN is, and I enjoyed that. It's just I wish that there was more thriller, more horror into this instead of just action comedy, rubble fighting. Like, yeah, the fighting scenes were awesome and everything, but it's not a movie that me personally I am going to. Obviously the trailer, yes, I saw the trailer and it did obviously feel like it was more action-y and stuff like that, even though they tried to put horror elements with the sound and everything, but it wasn't. It was just, hey, what can we do with M3GAN? I know, let's make M3GAN fight another robot with action and very, you know, sequences of fighting, choreographies of just being awesome and badass. Let's take away all the horror elements, let's take away all the thriller, let's take away everything that the first M3GAN was and just make it absolutely disappointing. I just didn't find a good time with this movie in general, honestly. So yeah, it's 6.5 out of 10. M3GAN saves it, but the whole movie, actors and whatnot, new characters, it wasn't something that I was a fan of, honestly. So, did you guys enjoy M3GAN 2.0? What is your favorite artificial intelligence AI movie, film? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, I have been Pauly. This has been CinePauly Reviews. That is all, guys. Let's take it away, M3GAN.